Nintendo has always been like, look,
What?
we're not going to put
How?
social political, commentary in our video games. We just want to make video games that are fun for everyone.
It's literally a plot point. There's no way around it in the first game. If you are following the game as you are supposed to follow it, you are obligated as a male character to wear feminine clothes. What are you talking about? Am I crazy? Oh my god. I'm gonna ask if I'm crazy again because I feel like I'm going insane. Tears of the Kingdom just released a couple weeks ago. I've been hearing so many good reports about it. Lots of people love the game. I personally have not watched any gameplay of it yet. I have not played it myself yet, nothing like that. But I do look forward to playing it when I actually get around to buying it. It is a very expensive game, so I don't know when or how I'll do that. But anyway, not everybody apparently liked the game that much, including this fellow, Cassie Cage, I guess, Cult Classic Cage. New video, can't enjoy a new game without Alphabet Mafia trying to claim characters for their own. Hashtag Zelda, all the hashtags, right? Link is not trans, stop trying to hijack Nintendo gaming icons. So I don't know if this person's going to call the game itself woke or if they're just going to make fun of the audience. I think that there is a fair amount that you can make fun of the audience, but they're mostly just having fun, right? If you're legitimately mad at people saying Link is trans, like, what? Okay, I don't fucking care. I don't care. People do this all the time with characters that they like. Like, who cares? Here's the thing. The reason that people take non-gay and non-trans characters and headcanon them as gay or trans is because there's no fucking gay or trans characters anywhere ever at all. Ever. So of course they're gonna fucking do that, okay? There's no representation. At least not overtly. And whenever there is, it's like one side character. Like in Yakuza, the Yakuza game, right? With that one trans character in that one optional side mission where I'm pretty sure you can still be a piece of shit to that person, okay? Like, that's an option. Granted, it was pretty good representation, but it was very small, all right? So they just don't get a whole lot. So it's fine. It's understandable. But Link is trans? I really don't know, and I don't fucking care, all right? It's Link. Who cares? He's cute, he's Link, he's stink, but most importantly, he no think, okay? We all know this. Anyway, when no one gives you canon, you're forced to have canon. Exactly. All right. Anyway, let's see what this person has to say.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kids Show, and today we have to talk about deranged lunacy. And it revolves around, well, Nintendo's IPs in general. And this is pretty much on the fact that Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has come out, so Alphabet Mafia is out there.
Just to be clear, in case you don't know, I'm sure you probably guessed, but when this person says Alphabet Mafia, they're referring to LGBTQ+, which now it's queer. Shark has a very similar saying, which I like better. It's the, not the Alphabet Mafia. What does he call it? He calls it the League of Letters. I like that a lot, the League of Letters. But I just say queer, and I think that's fine.
They never stop, particularly
Tears
when
of
it
the
comes
bigots,
to Nintendo's IPs. Maybe because Nintendo has been very adamantly stating no to whenever they, the Alphabet Mafia tends to bring up the thought that, oh, maybe, and it's not even just a maybe to them. It's
Wait,
like,
what?
No doubt.
Is Nintendo coming out being like, no, Link is not trans, no, bad. And then like he pulls out the little spray bottle. Of course, if you're trans, you probably like that. But anyway.
This character from Nintendo's catalog is gay or is trans. Like, we are living delusions in modern day, and people demand that they be taken seriously, and that's why this needs to be spoken about. And if I could reach you, the general person that really, doesn't really go about politics. Me? I'm not really a political person by any means, but we're dealing with a situation in which people on, social media or even in daily life are demanding for their delusional thought processes to be taken as fact or as reality, when really that's just not possible. It's not sustainable. These people wish to destroy basically general normalcy.
Okay, not political at all, but like, yes, they're destroying general normalcy, but not political at all. Listen, guys, this person's just, what are their pronouns? What the fuck? Like, I can't even, okay, listen, this is a really hot take, but if you're gonna look like this and sound like this and like be one of the most gender ambiguous people I've ever fucking seen in my life. Why are you gonna sit here and complain about like woke bullshit? Okay, is anybody else not picking, like, I'm getting very strong NB vibes, but I'm making a concerted guess that this person is not NB. Because if you identify as NB, I'm not saying you can't be anti-woke, and I'm sure we'll get some of those, but like, yeah, heavy butch vibes. Okay, hold on. I don't want to sit on that too long, but yeah, and the name doesn't give it away either. So I genuinely don't know. So we'll just not assume any pronouns and just go by they, them, okay? I'm sure they won't mind.
They're delusional thought processes. And I'm here to say no. And I, reach out to all of you to also do the same. Because, you may think that, oh, I'll just be silent on this because I don't want to get in trouble by the thought police. And,
oh yeah, totally.
You may not be bothered now, but wait until I'm, I get canceled or I'm gone or, everyone else who's willing to stand up is gone. Guess who's next on the chopping block? It will, in fact, be you. Because these sorts of people, there always has to be a boogeyman. And sooner or later, when all the people that were willing to stand up are gone, for whatever.
If one side is famous for making up bullshit that nobody cares about and turning it into a boogeyman, it's definitely the left.
You will be next on the chopping block. So this is a sentiment that I'm expressing to you all to please stand up and just say no. We will not adhere to your delusions. But
not political, by the way.
Nintendo's IP is being hijacked, particularly by...
This person absolutely watches fucking either Ben Shapiro or Candace... It sounds more like Candace Owens, which is even deeper into the rabbit hole than Ben Shapiro, but absolutely watches one of those and thinks themselves to be a big brain centrist or independent thinker. I just look at things objectively and I think independently with my big 200 IQ brain, and I watched Rick and Morty and I thought the Pickle Rick episode was the funniest shit I ever seen. Anyway, this person is definitely one of those people. Don't be fooled. They absolutely watch Ben Shapiro or Candace Owens or whatever the fuck and think themselves to be apolitical, even though they know deep down that they're not.
Community has been a thing for a while now. And we could look back to 2015 here, where Brianna Wu wrote an article for the garbage, the garbage, news organization or whatever known as the Mary Sue. And this is written by not one, but two morons, Brianna Wu and Ellen McGordy. And this was back in 2015 and says, Metroid's Samus Aran is a transgender woman. Deal with it.
The only reason somebody would write an article and title it this is to piss people specifically like you off, okay? That's the only reason somebody would do that. There's no other reason. Although I would like to hear their argument. Maybe, you know what? I take it back. I'll backtrack on that. Maybe they have a very good argument for Samus being trans. I don't know. But also I don't fucking care.
Clearly this is, rage bait. And thankfully I'm using archive.today instead of actually giving this piece of shit organization.
Oh yeah, I guarantee we're not going to get a single bit of the actual
This is a sentiment
article.
That's still being pushed to modern day. Even though Nintendo themselves had not said this, have been adamantly against it, just because, well, Samus is a very tall woman that is assertive, that actually is a badass, that is inspired by Sigourney Weaver's character in Alien, that apparently that makes Samus trans.
I will say that calling a woman trans just because she's tall is a little bit weird if that is the article, which I don't know because this person's not scrolling down so that we can read the article. Maybe there's a very good argument to be made for Samus being trans. I don't know. And this person doesn't know either because they're not giving it the time of day. They don't want to. They don't want to. All right? Like I said, this is obviously a clickbait title to make people like this mad. But I would say before getting mad at it, maybe hear them out, right? I don't know. Maybe hear them out.
This is not the case. This is delusional.
She's hot and we all know every hot woman is trans.
These are individuals that are very clownish in behavior. But it gets worse.
If you go to Rule 34, every woman in every game ever is trans. That's very true. Well, no, they're like electrons, right? They're simultaneously trans and cis. They're in a constant state of both, just depending on when you look at them.
With Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom having just dropped, well, the same sentiment is being expressed by the Alphabet Mafia. And this is from the trash website known as Gizmodo. LOL, the future is here. Well, if this is the future, then F that, I want out. And they say,
Why?
a link between genders, trans joy, and the Legend of Zelda.
This person can't even like explain why they're mad at this. They can't. There's nothing to be mad about except trans people bad. Like, okay, listen, the most credit that I can give this person is if you are taking every single character and saying, well, they might be trans. Like, let's say you took fucking Kratos, right? And said, well, here's why I say Kratos is trans. And then you take, I don't know, whatever other character and say, this is why this character is trans. Like, every character can be trans, okay? Like, if you're getting on one person for that constantly, for constantly doing that, then I can see your argument. But they're just mad that, like, the general fandom is coming up with these theories, these headcanons. Like, who gives a shit? Let them have it. Let them have it. I would have never known this article existed if this person hadn't brought it up. If you went out of the future, then you have several options to get out. Yes, several.
Link's Awakening takes a more literal meaning for many transgender people who love the main character of the Legend of Zelda franchise. And they literally have Link drawn with his, I guess, breast. Theoretical breast having been removed.
Theoretical breasts? Do they not think that men have breast tissue? We do. We literally do. It's made of the same shit that you guys have. Or I shouldn't say you guys. I don't know this person's gender or what their sex assigned at birth is at all. But like men, okay, male and female anatomy is really not that different. This is why it's important to say that male to female is a spectrum, okay? Male to female, female to male, whatever you want to call it. It's a spectrum. Because males, people who are assigned male at birth, can have feminine-looking breast tissue, and people who are assigned female— that's so loud. People who are assigned female at birth can have less breast tissue than most other female people would have. Who cares? Okay. These people are so fucking weird. They're so weird. They're so weird. They care entirely too much. It's so weird.
By any means, but they're so delusional that they want to make this real. And let's just get into, like, basically who this is. The illustration is by Vicky Letta, but this article itself is by Linda Kodega. And let's take a look at Lynn Kodega. This is Lynn Kodega. And let's just take a gander because it's it's always the same.
This person will not read the article.
It's a journal from IO9/Gizmodo covering blah blah blah. Obviously, they, them pronouns. Always the pronoun brigade, right? And then the artist of—
don't tell this person what pronouns we're using for them because I just cannot make any other assertion as to what their pronouns might be.
Titty removed Link, I guess we could say. Identifies Vicky Letta.
True.
And she identifies as an Italian queer, and of course pronouns in the bio. So it's always one of those guys. So it is what it is on that front. But
Italian queer.
To look at the delusion of grandeur,
making some gay pizza up in here.
Look at this article, how insanely long this article—
we're gonna take your pizza, we're gonna transit from pepperoni to cheese. Hey, it's that easy. We took the pepperoni off. Hey, it's trans cheese pizza over here. Oh my God. What's the difference between that and cis cheese pizza? You tell me. Hey, it's just cheese on there. We took the pepperoni off and now it's just cheese pizza. Hey, it ain't no pepperoni pizza anymore. You can't call it pepperoni. We took the pepperoni off. Hey, it's trans cheese pizza. Hey.
Is to justify something so insanely delusional.
You're fucking a trans pizza.
I'm still scrolling. Insane, guys.
Wait. Are you kidding me? You're actually scrolling through the article and not reading it. Link is designed Breath of the Wild and many other iterations across Zelda, relatively small and slim. He's shorter than many other characters in the story, but rarely presents as a dominating presence. Even Zelda, his female counterpart, more often than not stands at about the same height as he does. Has an athletic build, not bulky, overly muscular. Link has hit. Okay, I do think it's a little bit weird to like break down Link's body like this and say, well, this is why Link is actually a trans guy. Because like I've seen trans guys who look like me, motherfucker, and who are also like not usually my height because of puberty blockers, but they can get to my height and taller, and they look insanely like masculine. Like I do think that it's weird to break it down like this. to say, oh yeah, if you pay attention to these features on Link's body, yeah, it's fictional transvestigation. Like, that part is weird to me. Now that we've read the article, now that I've seen this person's argument, I can say, okay, you know what? That's a little fucked up, right? Like, that's a little weird. Some guys are born 5'0" and they're totally fine, right? 5'0", slim, cisgender twink king, right? Or maybe not even a twink. You can be like muscular 5 foot, right? Like a hunk. Yeah, I mean, that's a little weird. I will agree there, but we're not agreeing that it's weird for the same reason. This person just thinks it's weird because people are headcanoning that Link is trans, which I don't find that problematic in itself. You ever seen Link's junk? Nobody has, all right? And even if you do, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Surgeries are getting better.
So insanely
my headcanon, by the way, is that Link's non-binary, but that's just me.
delusional. I'm still scrolling.
I have?
Insane.
Okay.
Insane, guys. I'm
Not
not
Rule
even going to bother
34,
reading this. Let's be real
canonically.
now. I'm not going to waste my time. But to basically give,
Yeah,
we'll
of course you're
discuss
not.
the summarized version
I want to be proven
from
wrong now.
Lynn here, who wrote the article. And
Non-binary.
let's get into it. She says,
the non-binary vagina.
it says that trans Link means so much to so many trans people.
Fuck,
With
I don't
Tears
know
of
what
the
that
Kingdom out today, it seems fitting to showcase the trans readings and trans joy that so many of us get from playing as the hero of time. Link is such a gender. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. You will believe my delusion.
What
Look,
delusion? It's just a headcanon. How can you be delusional about a fictional fucking character? What are you talking about? That's not it's a fictional character. It doesn't exist. It's impossible to be delusional about it. What? Okay.
It's just amazing how they post something as so beautiful, so virtuous, when really their goal is to force you to adhere to their delusion. To force the
What
99% of modern society to change to accommodate their life choices. And that's simply just not how it works.
Dog, this is the same person who, I guarantee you, if things keep going the direction they are, I would not be surprised for one fucking second if they got called out in a fucking woman's restroom. I don't even know what this person's gender is. I can't tell. How the fuck are you sitting here telling me that there's like a gender delusion? Meanwhile, you're sitting here with zero gender. None. Your gender is non-existent. Like, I cannot figure it out what you're supposed to be. Okay? And I don't fucking care either. If you tell me your goddamn pronouns, I'll go by those. But like, does anybody understand what I'm saying? Like, this is unfathomable to me, you know? It's a fucking pot calling the kettle black. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? I feel crazy. People seriously need to go outside. That's another thing, you know? They're gonna get sat right next to me on the train. The irony's heavy. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Anyway.
They wish, in a lot
I've
of cases,
never gotten more
to
non-binary
destroy,
vibes
the
from
fabric
anybody.
of society as we know it. And look
All
how
they're
that's
missing
been
is like a
going
lip
for us
ring.
for what, 6, 7, 8 years now. All these people that wish to destroy society as we do know it to accommodate
What?
their lunacy.
What?
Hasn't been going too well, guys. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
no.
So
Somebody posted art of Link with breast removal scars. This truly is the downfall of society. Also, Western civilization is very, very strong and airtight and concrete and real truth will always prevail. But also, this one art piece with the character from this video game that has scars on it, that will destroy Western society. Ah, yes. Yes, this is a very normal and practical worldview that makes total sense.
front,
I'm also get pick me vibes. Yeah,
really hate the disingenuous.
perhaps the first NB pick me.
Pitch that Lynn has here, when really it's very nefarious how people like this choose to destroy society, choose to literally hijack a property made by
Not the first, that's fair.
Nintendo themselves, who has confirmed that Link is not gay and obviously not trans. But still, even despite that, people that create nothing.
Wait, are we talking about whether or not Link is gay now? That's literally not even like a thing that you can debate. Let me spill some truth on you guys. The whole point of Link is that Link is supposed to be a self stand-in for the player, okay? It's like Undertale. Has anybody ever played Undertale here? Undertale enjoyers. Okay, I feel like Undertale got a little bit of inspiration from Zelda, if I had to guess, because Link has always been pretty androgynous of a character. Always. All right? The only exception that you can possibly make is in the very first game where it's like 8 pixels that comprise Link, okay? But beyond that, like, Link has always been, you know, pretty gender ambiguous, you know? Like yeah, he's always been coded as a boy. He's always called by he, him. But, I mean, Link has always been pretty gender ambiguous. Like, no facial hair, smaller in stature. I'm gonna do the whole transvestigation thing that we just said we shouldn't do. But, like, come on. Like, that lends itself to being gender ambiguous. So Link has always supposed to have been a stand-in, like a self-insert character, kind of like how Frisk is, right? Frisk in Undertale doesn't even have a gender, okay? I think they use they, them pronouns. Like, that's on purpose. Frisk is never ID'd as being male or female. It doesn't matter, okay? Even though Link is coded male in most cases, Link doesn't really do anything that would lend itself to that, to be that concrete, right? In fact, in the last game, he fucking dressed up in drag. Like, I didn't see this person malding about that. Like, it's literally in the game, Link dresses up as in drag, okay? So if anything, I feel like you almost have a pretty decent argument for Link being a trans woman, you know? Or at least a good set of, at least a good basic start, right? I mean, okay, let's pull this up, hold on. I feel like I really need to pull this up to drive the point across. Okay, look at this. Look at this fruity motherfucker. The first time that he fucking puts on woman's clothes, okay? Love me a fruity motherfucker, yeah. Look at that. Villia says you look adorable. And then, oh my god, this is like the most like feminine fucking blush, like standoffish stance I've ever seen on Link ever. Like, this is the most expressive that he ever is in this game at all. Like, even when he's like fucking like saving Zelda, this is the most expressive that he is in this entire game. Okay? Yeah, bottom energy. So really, if you really want to break this down, I think that you have a solid case for Link being a trans woman or non-binary. I'm not even kidding. This is not ironic. This isn't a joke. I'm being serious. Like, he clearly is enjoying this. He's not apprehensive about it. They didn't make a big joke about, oh, look how fucking weird this boy character looks in the girl's clothes. None of that. He looks fucking incredible. He's clearly enjoying the compliments. And the vast majority of characters when he's wearing this think he's a fucking woman. Okay? Yeah, gender fluid, yeah. So Nintendo themselves have clearly indicated they don't give a shit about gender preferences or gender norms or any fucking thing like that. And you're sitting here being like, well, Nintendo is saying that Link actually isn't trans. I'm very smart and I hate fun. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. You gender ambiguous fucking piece of shit. Like, what? Fuck, dude. Anyway.
Like Lynn here, that are capable of creating nothing. Because anything that Lynn would probably create would fail miserably. Because most of society probably has zero interest in what Lynn would create if they had a creative
as
bone
opposed
in their
to
body.
this person and their creation.
So instead of actually creating something, they either wish to hijack or destroy something that they do not own. That is a popular thing among people like Lynn. But we shall continue on.
Wait, if you wanted to destroy Tears of the Kingdom, you just give like a bad review of it, right? Like, you just say, you'd be one of those Reddit incels. This game sucks, and here's why it sucks. Open world games are garbage, and crafting is garbage, and this is garbage, and a doo-doo ass fuck, poo-poo pee-pee, 0 out of 10. Like, that's how you do that. You don't like take the game and take your favorite character and like do shit with that character. Like, if you don't like the game, you either give a bad review on it or you just stop playing it and ignore it and tell people you don't like it. Like, this is not what you do with a game that you don't like.
Illusion. And Lynn says, first, he's just designed that way. He's supposed to be in between.
That's what I said, yeah.
And so many trans people took that and ran with it. He can be literally any gender you want. Have fun.
Yeah, why not?
So, Lynn disingenuously takes the concept of Link's creation. Link's literal name is given to him because basically Nintendo's concept for The Legend of Zelda was, well, Link to link the player to the world itself.
Yes.
So on that front, he is the in-between connection,
yes.
But that has absolutely nothing to do with Link's gender.
Why not? Do you think that only boys play this game? If you just fucked yourself. If you're admitting that Link is supposed to be a link between the player and the in-game world, that means that that Link can be a fucking girl. What do you mean? Yeah, they're so close. How do you get all the way to the fucking end zone and then fumble the ball? What? Are you kidding me? Okay.
Two things do
Keep
not
cooking, I
equate
guess.
at all, Lynn. So the fact that you're going here and totally
Cooking up some dubious meals. You guys know the famous dubious meal from the signature dubious meal from the Zelda game. It's a very dubious meal
representing
they're cooking.
the concept of Link and the name and just the creation of this character it's disrespectful, it's disingenuous, it's you attempting to hijack something that you did not create just because, well, you're extremely weak-minded of a person and you're desperate to feel represented. Your entire world revolves around you being represented when really...
Okay, I got news for you guys, okay? This may come as a shock to you, but I am a white man, okay? You know what that means? My entire life, every single movie, TV show, video game, comic book, storybook, whatever the fuck it is, if it's media, art, whatever, I've been in that shit. White men have been in that shit. As main characters, as side characters, as good guys and bad guys, all of it. White male dominated, okay? I know I sound like an SJW right now, but it's simply the facts, okay? It's just the facts. I've never not felt represented. So I don't know what that feels like. I have no fucking clue, all right? So I have no horse in the race of representation. Why would I get mad that, like, the transes are fucking, quote, stealing my white character, my white boy character? Why would I get mad about that? I'm not a fucking selfish pig. I have plenty of white male characters that I can be like, yeah, I feel represented by that. Because that's the default. Think about it. Every fucking video game that you get with a character creator, what's the default? What's the default? Me. It's me. I'm the default character. You pull up the character creation screen. What do you see? Me, motherfucker, okay? I'm the default. So I have no reason, and you can't give me one, to be upset that the transes want to take Link for themselves. They can fucking have him, okay? Fuck off. Who cares? To be fair, most defaults don't have beards. Well, I was mostly thinking of Skyrim, but yeah, that's fair. The bearded representation is really, really not good. Yeah, females and extra. Yeah, you're either, here, hold on. There's a great meme. You guys probably already know what I'm pulling up. So here's the gamer logic. 2 sexes, male and political. 2 sexualities, straight and political. 2 races, white and political. Now add 2 gender orientations, cis and political. All right? Literally what they're upset about. Every single time somebody complains about a video game being woke, it is never about anything other than characters that do not look like me. And I am a white cishet male, and I deserve to be represented in every single piece of media, and you're the selfish one for not thinking so. All right? That's what it boils down to. I don't even know if this person is a male or not, so, you know.
You just simply are too afraid to stand on your own. And look, I am a tomboy. I am
Finally! Okay, finally, tomboy. Probably she, her.
Race tomboy. The chances of me being represented in society are slim to none. Some people say the fact that I'm a tomboy makes me a unicorn of society. In fact, there are some people, even in the LGBTQ+, that demand that I pick a side because, well, they don't think that...
No. The only people in LGBTQ+ who are demanding that you pick a side, quote unquote, are the ones who are conservatives. Nobody else cares.
Exist. This is how deranged. Basically, my
dude, this person has clearly never spent 2 minutes in a leftist circle. They all coom over fucking tomboys. All right, somebody who identifies as female and then also like dresses masculine. They love that shit, all right? The fuck are you talking about? Oh no, she did pick a side with this kind of rhetoric. Yeah.
Me as a person, basically gets like both sides to hate me. People that think that women should be traditional in how they dress and how they act. They hate me because, well, I am who I am. And then people of the LGBTQ plus whatever, they hate me because they think I should be non-binary just because I'm a tomboy. So
No, that's such bullshit. That's such bullshit. That's such fucking bullshit. The only reason I was calling you non-binary as a joke is because I literally could not tell what you identified as. You didn't have enough of the markers for me. All right. And I, by the way, nobody on the left cares that you identify with she, her pronouns. Nobody cares. In fact, my girlfriend, I call my girlfriend and I've checked with her about whether or not she's okay with that, goes with she, her pronouns, she is fine with being called a girl/woman, but still identifies as non-binary. And nobody on the left has a problem with that, except really weirdo freaks. But nobody, for the most part, has a problem with that. The vast majority of people don't. In fact, they think it's based. So, yeah, you're just lying. You come off very much like you're on 4chan boards all day and watch Ben Shapiro, and you just want to be like the pick-me tomboy. That's all this is. You're just the pick-me tomboy. And you know what? Good luck with the grift. It's clearly, I mean, you have more subscribers than I do, more views than I do. So clearly it must be appealing to somebody.
this is the insanity that we deal with in today. They demand to be
Leopard's
represented.
supposed to eat my
Even
face.
telling me, and this is literally happened, telling me that I'm not a tomboy, I'm actually non-binary. And it's like, man, like, how fucking important do you think you are? How much do you think your word accounts for like how the rules are of society?
Hold on, I need to rewatch that. This is literally telling me
Not
that
a tomboy, I'm actually non-binary. And it's like, man, like, how fucking
I
important
guarantee
do you
that has
think you
never
are?
happened.
How much do you think your word accounts for like how the rules are of society, that you feel as though you can impose your will upon other people the way that you choose to do? These people.
Okay, so well, the funny thing about what she's saying here is that, like, that's literally what conservatives do everywhere all the time to trans people. And it's actually what she's in fact, you know what? I won't put words in her mouth, but I guarantee you that she does not think non-binary people, like, quote unquote, exist or are valid or whatever the fuck you want to say. There's no shot.
People are authoritarians. And that's what I hate the most across
Sleeping Ducky.
any spectrum
in fact, I'm pretty
of
sure
society,
Kanye does.
across any group of people in society. If you, in any group, become an authoritarian or are indeed an authoritarian, I hate you. Period. It doesn't matter if you're on the left, you're on the right, you're in the middle,
sure.
you're above, below. I don't care. If you're authoritarian, you're a piece of shit. But let us continue.
You're not a griller.
And Lynn here
She's trying
said,
so hard to be the griller.
some other things trans folk told me. He has a lot of mannerisms and characterizations that can be read as trans. He's got this positive massic energy. It's just nice to be a hero where all you have to be is strong and kind. So, I mean, I don't really understand this sentiment. So basically,
Why?
he has mannerisms that maybe confused as either or. Which, I mean, look, Link is as plain as they come from what I played. I mean, I haven't played every
true.
Legend of Zelda game, but
he is quite the blank slate.
I've played Breath of the Wild, and homie just comes off as a pretty plain individual. That's in a anime-ish style.
Except apparently when he puts on feminine clothes, then it's all blushes and giggles.
Just world and is designed in an anime-ish styled way. So I really don't see this as any form of confirmation that Link is trans, because that is delusional. There's no confirmation of this. So, yeah. And then they go on to give a huge shout out to...
I also like blushes and giggles.
The illustrator.
Okay.
And apparently they teared up. Because, well, fake Link apparently got their titty cut out.
Yeah, so what?
And then Lynn goes on to say, everyone has a different feeling about how they relate to Link, though through a trans lens. But for the most part, what I learned, what I read, and what I saw was joy. Trans Link saves Hyrule. Again, always, forever, across time, immorally. He's the fucking hero. Good. Well, I guess, like, I appreciate you acknowledging him as a he. That's kind of interesting, not gonna lie.
Do you? I thought you didn't care, but that's, I thought you didn't care, but hey.
And then we go on to, well, basically,
Yeah, Link looks fantastic in his Gerudo's disguise.
While she tries to come off as though...
There also is an argument, by the way, that I've seen that I thought was very interesting, and that's, you know, guys, I know how Gorons are genderless. They're like sexless. I think they have like some kind of weird rock sex, but like they're sexless, right? Which means that like they don't really have body parts. So they're just non-gendered beings, like they are all intersex, basically. There is a Goron though in the city that only allows women, right? So that Goron is dressed feminine, has a ponytail, and everyone considers her feminine enough, womanly enough to be a woman, despite not having an actual sex. Link can walk up to the guards dressed in a men's outfit, and they'll kick him out for being a man. But those same guards, he can change in front of them. Those same guards will allow him in when he's dressed as a woman, when he's dressed in traditional woman attire. And you can say that this is a glitch of the game, and that's probably the most likely, right? That's the most likely reason, let's be real. But there is a fair headcanon to be had there, I think, of like, well, you're you're presenting as masculine right now, and we don't allow that. You're too masculine presenting for us right now. Please get in feminine attire before we allow you through the gates. I think there's a very fair argument to be had there that that's all they meant. And when you say like only women are allowed in here, what you mean is you have to be presenting as a woman. Some of the characters in the city even know that Link isn't actually female. There are a couple here and there that I think are on the more conservative end of it who, when they find out Link isn't female, they get mad. But most people don't give a shit in that city. They don't care. As long as you're presenting feminine. That's kind of my 2 cents on that. Not to shit on this whole segment, but why all of this concern over one video game character? There's hundreds of them, and most are obviously straight men, so who cares about that? About one that might not be. That's what I was saying at the beginning. Like, why do you fucking care? Like, there's so many non-trans characters. Let the trans people have one. Fuck, dude. I think the Gerudo bartender knows but respects it. Yeah, exactly. There's one who even says that she knows, and she doesn't care. So it definitely feels like there's like an older conservative type of Gerudo, especially like the military girl, you know, where she's like, you're a Va or whatever it's called. You must leave. But then, like, most people don't care. The queen herself is very young, and she doesn't care.
Virtuous, or this is beautiful. Well, it's clearly just...
That's true sleeping ducky.
Delusion.
Men who are willing to put on the dress are not typically as toxic.
Link is a boy. Link is a boy who's pretty plain, that you can play through. And basically, The Legend of Zelda isn't necessarily about... It's more than anything. More than anything I could say, The Legend of Zelda is about the adventure. That's really what it's all about. And that's the beautiful thing about it.
Okay.
And apparently, while Lynn thinks that their delusion should be validated, she goes on to continue.
Hold up. It's about the adventure. It's about the adventure. You said it yourself. Why the fuck do you care? It's about the adventure. Why do you care what people think Link's gender is? Why do you care if people think Link is trans or want Link to be trans or headcanon Link is trans? You just said it, motherfucker. It's about the adventure, not the gender. Shut the fuck up.
Validate everyone else's, which is the reality. Because this person, Frostfire Flame, says, nice, Jesus fucking Christ. Just stop with this bullshit. No, Link isn't trans anything. He's not non-binary. He's not gender fluid or gender queer. He's not some fucked up neo-pronoun. He's a man, a heterosexual man.
Why heterosexual? I don't understand. It is never confirmed that Link is heterosexual. Nobody thinks that he's gay. Nobody knows whether or not he's gay or bi or anything. Nobody knows. Has Link fucked anyone ever? I don't know. He's usually probably the one getting fucked if I had to guess. But regardless, there's no evidence that he's heterosexual. None at all. Zero, nada, zilch. They're the ones making shit up now. They're so stalwart in their bigotry, and they have to own every character. They have to. They're so fucking greedy, these people. I hate it. I hate them. I hate them so fucking much.
Need to make everything queer is pathetic. Fuck off. And apparently they just reply as, oh, wrong. And look, guys, can we just get real here? I feel as though Nintendo has always been, like, while Xbox and PlayStation go out of their way to cater to these delusional people, Nintendo has always been like, look,
What?
we're not going to put
How?
social political, commentary in our video games. We just want to make video games that are fun for everyone. And
It's literally a plot point. There's no way around it in the first game. You literally, unless you do not want to beat all of the divine beasts, which you're supposed to do in the main fucking storyline, if you are following the game as you are supposed to follow it, you are obligated as a male character to wear feminine clothes. What are you talking about? Am I crazy? Oh my god. I'm going to ask if I'm crazy again because I feel like I'm going insane.
they've successfully done that because guess what? Transgender people can enjoy The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild and all of the Legend of Zeldas prior just as much as straight heterosexual individuals can, which is a good thing. I don't think that that's bad at all. But to live a delusion is not cool.
It's a headcanon. It's a headcanon. How about this? How about you just enjoy Zelda the way you want to enjoy it, and let other people enjoy Zelda the way they want to enjoy it. If they want a headcanon Link as a fucking trans man, trans woman, non-binary, just let them do it! Nintendo's been socially and politically neutral as possible forever. The cross-dressing thing from Link is just because Japanese people don't see it as any kind of issue. Oh, I know. And it's funny because, like, everybody... You know what's funny? So many people loved Breath of the Wild so fervently, and it's such like a popular title for Nintendo that none of the major conservative pundits were willing to even touch it when it came to the cross-dressing thing. I don't know if it just never came to their attention or if they were actively avoiding it, but I feel like that's just like right there, right? Like it's just right there. And nobody ever fucking brings it up. Not even this person who's literally addressing Link specifically. And nobody ever thinks to bring it up. They're just like, oh yeah, no, Nintendo's neutral. They're not pushing an agenda. But this game, this game have woman. This game have woman with hair even on her body. That does not happen. Women are bald baby creatures. This is woke nonsense. And I don't get it. It's very inconsistent, very weird. And honestly, these people are the delusional ones. Don't get it wrong, okay? Don't get it mixed.
Demand that a character that you do not own, that you did not create,
and yeah, they don't understand.
Would be something that
guys, they don't fucking care what the difference between trans and gay is. Do you know why? Because you'll all end up in the same fucking camp. That's why. With the same pink triangle, okay? That's why.
Themselves have adamantly said no to or given you no proof or validation that your delusion is real. This is nonsense. And it's time to stop. It's time to call it out. These people wish to hijack culture, and I refuse to allow that to happen.
Oh,
and hey,
yes.
I'm sure that there'll be some people butthurt as hell in the comments, but I don't care. I don't care.
Dude, you're dressed as the way you are, like 50 years ago, you would have been put in a fucking mental institution. You understand that, right? Like 50, 60, 70 years ago, if people couldn't tell what fucking gender you were at a glance, they would just lock you up in a mental institution until you put the fucking dress on. Do you understand that? They would have lobotomized you. So no, actually, I think it's bad to preserve that. And I think it's bad for you to preserve that, you fucking pick-me grifter piece of shit. Republicans don't like you, conservatives don't like you, and I know that you're not saying that you're conservative, but you're line for line giving their view of it, okay? So like, what are you doing? I kind of just want to talk to this person, honestly. I might message them. She's not, I keep saying them. She's a little bit bigger than I am. And I think that she would respond to my message. I would like to just talk to her,
To say. Please, I implore you to go make something of your own. And then the main protagonist of that, the hero of that, can indeed be whatever you wish for them to be.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I guarantee that's a lie. If a video game became popularized with a fucking trans character, she'd shit on that just as hard.
So please have fun with that. But it is not for you to say that, well, Nintendo's characters are anything that they clearly are not. So you guys, let me know what you think about this. I had to make a video because...
In fact, in modern day Tennessee, this person could be arrested. I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure that drag law went into effect. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly I'm fairly certain that this person could be arrested right now in modern day Tennessee. I'm freaking sure conservatives would call Nintendo woke for making Samus a woman. I mean, yeah, back then, absolutely. Also, sorry I'm neglecting YouTube chat.
So, Lynn, I'm sorry that you choose to be wrong or that you're being told that you're wrong, but you are indeed wrong. As much
Why?
as you want to believe that this is reverse world.
Okay, yeah, I get the idea. I kind of want to see... Okay, they got a Twitter, which I can't follow at the moment because I'm suspended. Thank you, Elon Musk. 175 followers, only streamed last year. How many videos does this person make? Yeah, she's pretty consistent on the content. 10 hours ago, 1 day ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago. Yeah, she's uploading pretty consistently. Oh, she's probably streaming to Kick is what it is. All right, well, I'll hit her up for an email. But, yeah, let me close out real quick before I do that. I mean, it's just more pygmy shit. There's not much to say about it. People think that, like, if every character in their video game isn't a white man, except for the evil guy who should be black and gay and whatever, then it's woke, and, you know, we don't like that. And more to her specific point, like, I don't care if people want to take Link and make Link out to be trans. Who fucking cares, right? Like, if you're that insist, I don't even know how to put it. Like, it's weird that they care this much. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. You can join my channel membership at youtube.com/AlecGunther/TTV/join for only 99 cents a month. That's less than the price of a blowjob from your mom. You can be part of the channel membership program, and you will get early access content, as well as a sweet badge next to your name and exclusive emojis in the comments that nobody else gets. Thank you again, and I will see you all in the next video.